Alrighty, today I will be starting off by teaching you all through a 30-minute yoga transition today. I'm going to start at the top of the mat today, and we are going to just start off with some breath work, moving in through our nose and out through our nose. Let's take some deep breaths together. We really want to get that audible noise in the back of our throat here. Another deep breath in through our nose, out through our nose. And on our next inhale, we're going to lift our arms above our heads, moving through Sun Salutation A. Exhale as we fold forward. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhaling through Chaturanga. Inhaling, upward facing dog. Exhaling, downward facing dog. We're going to stay here for 5 deep breaths. 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. Hop or step your feet to the top of the mat, staying folded. And inhale as we lift our hands above our heads. Exhaling, placing our hands by our sides. We're going to do another Sun Salutation A or Surya Namaskara A. Inhale as we lift our hands, gazing towards our thumbs. Exhaling, folding forward. Inhale, halfway lift. And exhaling through Chaturanga. Inhaling, upward dog. Exhaling, downward dog. Staying here for 5 breaths. 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. Coming to the top of our mat, staying folded and inhaling as we lift our hands above our heads. Exhaling, lowering those hands down. Now we're going to jump, step out, and starting off with Trikonasana. Going to lift our hands, pivot the foot to the back of the mat, keeping that back foot pivoted. And then we're going to exhale as we fold forward, reaching towards our big toe with our right hand, gazing at our left hand in the air. Staying here for 5 breaths. 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. Inhaling as you lift up, pivot towards the other side. We're going to do our left. Exhale as you fold forward, grasping that big toe, gazing towards your right hand. Inhaling for 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. Inhale to come up, moving into Parivrtta Trikonasana. We're going to take our left hand towards our right foot and move it down towards the outer side of the foot by your pinky, twisting and gazing up at our left hand. If you can't get down to the floor, you can always put your hand on your shin. Breathing for 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. Inhale to come up. And we're gonna go towards our left leg, bringing that right arm in front, exhaling to place it down by our pinky toe or on our shin, and looking towards our other arm, gazing up at the sky for 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. Inhaling to come up. Now we're going to move into Utthita Trikonasana, looking at our right foot, gonna bring our knee over our ankle, bending forward, exhaling as we're placing our hand down by our foot and reaching our arm over our head, keeping that back foot pivoted, looking at the hand. 1, 2, 3, really finding strength in our shoulders here. 4, and 5. Inhale as you come up onto the other side. Moving towards our left side, gonna be moving that arm down and reaching our arm over our head here. Breathing for 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. Inhaling to come up. We're going to do the revolved version now. We're going to bring our left hand and bring that foot, knee over ankle. And you have the option to place your forearm on that knee, or you can hook your underarm over the leg by the pinky toe, keeping that back foot down, looking at our arm that is over our head. Breathing for 1, breathing for 2, breathing for 3, 4, and 5. Inhaling as you come out of that twist, coming to our opposite side, moving our right arm over, bending that knee. You can choose to hook or just leave that on your knee. Coming all the way down, bringing our arm over our head, gazing towards our hand. 1, 2, really finding strength in that back foot as well. 3, 4, and 5. Coming up, and we're going to step to the top of our mat. We're going to move through a vinyasa here, going down into chaturanga, and an exhale. Inhaling upward dog, exhaling downward dog. We're going to stay here and just pedal out our downward dog for a minute. We just did a lot. Finding stillness. And when you're ready, we're going to step to the top of the mat. Coming into Utthita Trikonasana, bringing our right knee up in an inhale. And if you are able, go ahead and extend that leg out in an exhale. We're going to stay here for 5 steady breaths. 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. Exhale to bring that leg out to the side. If you want to just hold on to that knee, go right ahead. If we can't do the full extension, we're going to stay here in Utthita Trikonasana B for 5 breaths. 1, 2, gazing to the left. 3, 4, and 5. Exhale as you bring that to the middle. Now we're going to move through a vinyasa here. Exhaling in our chaturanga. Inhaling, upward dog. Exhaling, downward dog. And coming back to the top of our mat. Bringing our left knee up. Exhaling through the extension of the pose if you can. If not, we're going to stay here grasping our knee. Inhaling for 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. Exhale as you bring that out to the side in a full extension. If not, keep hold of that knee. 1, 2, 3, gazing to the right. 4, and 5. Bring that knee to the center and exhale as you lower down, moving through a vinyasa. Exhaling into your low push-up. Inhaling, upward dog. Exhaling, downward dog. When we come out of downward dog, we're going to come through a seated position on our mat. Alrighty. We are going to start off with Parivrtta Trikonasana. We're going to exhale as we place our hands behind us, fingers facing our toes. We're going to inhale as we lift our hips, dropping our head back, pointing our toes, and staying here for 5 breaths. 1, really find strength in your hips here. 2, 3, pushing through your heels. 4, and 5. Into chaturanga. Exhale. Inhale, upward dog. Exhale, downward facing dog. Take a deep breath here with me. And come through to a seated position. Moving on to Ardha Baddha Padma Paschimottanasana. We are going to take our right foot, really open the hip here and place it in our left hip crease. If you can, bind your right arm to grasp the right foot. If not, just go ahead and grab your arm. No worries. In an exhale, if you can do the full extension, we're going to exhale to grab our left big toe. Staying here for 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. Inhale to come up, exhale to release the foot, moving through vinyasa. Exhale, chaturanga. Inhale, upward. Exhale, downward dog. Coming to seated. Going with our left foot, really opening up the hip here and placing it in our right hip crease. Some sides are easier than others, so I will just be grabbing on to my hand. If you can do the full extension, go right ahead and exhale to fold forward. Breathing for 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. Inhale to release. Exhale to take your foot out and move through our vinyasa once more. Inhaling upward dog, exhaling downward dog. Taking deep, deep breath here with me. And one more through our mouth this time. Coming through to seated. Okay, now this posture we can use a modification with if need be. We're gonna come lay on our back here. If you would like to just keep it modified and do the bow pose, keeping our shoulders on the ground and lifting through our hip, go right ahead. For full extension, we are going to do Ardha Dhanurasana, wheel pose. Take a big inhale, exhale to lift. Staying here for 5 breaths. 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. Slowly coming down and exhale. Take a big inhale here for me. Inhale once more. Exhale as you lift. 1, 2, really root your feet into the ground here for 3, 4, and 5. Exhale as you lower down. Big, big inhale. One more inhale and exhale to lift. One, 2, 3, 4, and 5. Exhaling, coming down slowly. Just grab your knees in. Give yourself a big, big hug for doing such a stretch. Rock side to side, if your body chooses to. Moving through one last vinyasa. Exhaling, chaturanga. Inhaling, upward dog. Exhaling, downward dog. As you come through to seated, just go ahead and lie flat on your back here. Palms facing upwards. It's time for Shavasana. I hope you found your breath consistent throughout this practice. Let's go ahead and do a full body scan of what muscles are still tense, what areas might be uncomfortable, and let your body just release everything now. Find gratefulness for your body, for showing up to the mat today. We work hard every day. It is important to give back to our body, mind, and soul. Bringing back some movement in our fingers and toes, coming back to our body after a moment of pure peace. Slowly moving our wrists and ankles. When you're ready, bring your knees up to the right side. Hug them into your body. And come up to seated. Finding our hands at heart center. Thank you all so much for being here with me today and showing up to your mat. Namaste.